Welcome to this short session for waking up your hips, perhaps in the morning or the evening. I'm entitling it Morning Wake Up for the Hips, but you can do this at any time of day. So you don't need any props as such, just your yoga mat and some space in which to move. So just please take it at your own pace, listen to your body most importantly, and if something doesn't feel good, just come down to rest and you can join back in whenever you're ready. The practice will take between 15 and 20 minutes, so please take it steady. And let's start in extended child's pose. So we're going to start by bringing the hips back towards the heels, bring the big toes to touch, take the knees nice and wide, and bring yourself down to find your child's pose. Maybe take some side to side movements. Extend the arms out in front of you and draw the chest and the chin, the head down towards the floor. And start to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. Really soften the hips back. Maybe taking those slight movements side to side still if they feel good. Just working a little bit into the hips and the inner thighs. You can always draw the head down onto a block if that's more comfortable, or a folded blanket, anything that maybe just lifts the floor up a little bit for you. So come to arrive in your space, leaving behind your day, either what's already been or what's yet to come in your day. Trying to keep your focus, your attention in the here and now, this present moment on your mat. And just start to draw some slightly deeper breaths in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Taking deep breaths in and breaths out. And each time you exhale, seeing if you can just soften a little bit more into the pose. Find a bit more space, softening into the head and the neck. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Just drawing the belly button up gently towards the spine. Start to draw some slightly deeper breaths in through your nose and make your exhale slightly longer, slightly slower. And we're slowly going to walk both hands to the right hand side, still keeping the head down towards the floor, maybe crossing the hands, bringing the left hands on top of the right. Feeling that stretch down the left side of the body, just for a couple of breaths here. You're slowly going to walk the hands back through centre, reach out one more time, take another deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And then walk the hands to the left hand side, coming to find that stretch the other way. Right hand might come on top of the left, feeling that stretch into the right side body, underarm and the shoulder. Still keeping those breaths nice and smooth. And slowly walk your hands back to centre. Coming up onto your fingertips this time, creating a bit more energy into the arms. Maybe taking some side to side movement. Keeping the breath smooth. Draw the chest down towards the floor. Take one more deep breath in. And a soft breath out. And then allow the hands to come back to the mat. Press into the fingertips, spread the fingers, draw yourself all the way up, coming to find all fours. So spreading into your fingers. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears and draw up through your belly button. You're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to encourage the belly down towards the floor, open out through the chest and gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, press the mat away. In arch the spine, open out through the chest. You might want to close your eyes here and really focus on the sensations into your lower back. You might want to tuck the toes, just to give the toes a little bit of a stretch. So just doing another couple of each here into our cat and cow. Just really mobilising into the lower spine. Let's make this the last one. And then come back to a neutral tabletop. Really spreading into the fingers still. We don't want to put too much pressure into the wrist. Draw the shoulders back and down, the belly button up towards the spine. And just take a breath here. Spine is long. Crown of the head's pointing towards the wall in front of you. And your tailbone is tracking towards the wall behind you. Press the mat away with the hands so the arms are nice and strong. We're then going to step our right foot through to the top of the mat. So taking a slight lean to your left and get the right foot through and come to find a low lunge. You're going to bring your hands onto your thigh and breathe. Draw in through the core and up. So in and up through the core, almost like you're drawing up through the pelvic floor into your core muscles. Nice extension into the back of the body. Drop the shoulders down and gaze forwards. Just take a moment here, notice sensations into this right hip, opening out into that part of the body, into the right glute muscle. I'm going to take a little twist here. So we're going to inhale, let's lift up, reaching up with the fingertips, dropping down the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, breathe up, reach up. Exhale, twist towards your bent leg, allowing that right hand just to come down towards the floor. Take that gentle twist. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, you're going to twist the other way, towards the open side of your body, away from that bent leg. Press into that foot, draw up through the belly button. Inhale, come back to center. This time you're going to make it a little back bend if you wish, so take the weight back, keep the knee bent though. Just gaze up, little back bend, drawing in through the belly button. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands come down. You're going to draw this right leg all the way back to come back to find your all fours. You're then just going to take some gentle sways from side to side into your hips, continuing to spread through the fingers and drawing up a little bit into the belly button. So breathe here. Come back to that neutral tabletop, drawing up through the belly. Tailbone tracking behind you, crown of the head's tracking towards the wall in front of you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You're then going to take your left foot to the top of the mat. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the other side. Draw the hands to the thigh, press into that front foot and draw down with the shoulders. Draw up through the belly button. Nice deep breaths in your low lunge. Just check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're drawn away from the ears. Crown of the head's coming up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring the arms all the way up, but drop your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in and reach up. Exhale, twist towards your bent leg to the left-hand side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist the other way. Keep the shoulders soft. Inhale, reach up to center. Take it into a little back bend if you wish, leaning back, pressing a bit more into that front foot and just taking that little bit of a lean, but keep the shoulders dropped. Inhale, come back to an upright position. Exhale, hands come down. Step back with this left leg, drag it back. Come back to find your all fours and take those side to side movements. Press your hips back towards your heels Take the knees nice and wide and extend your arms. Drop your elbows and forearms to the floor and just start to work into your wrist just a little bit. Taking some round sort of wrist circles, maybe just extending and flexing through the fingers. Just getting ready for our downward facing dog. So just making sure the wrists are warm. You might want to create a little fist and maybe do some little circles, rotations with both hands together, or you can do the hands separately. And then come back to your child's pose. Take a deep breath in, come back to all fours. You're going to tuck your toes, draw the knees in slightly, and you're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to lift the hips, coming to find your downward facing dog. So pressing into your feet, pressing into your hands, taking a bend into the knees and draw the chest towards the thighs, lifting up through the tailbone. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. From here we're going to lift our right leg, so take your weight into your left leg, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling and press the heel away from you. Keep pressing into your hands, keep pressing that heel away, draw up through the belly button. Exhale, lower that foot to the floor, swap sides, left leg lifts, press it away from you, draw up through the belly. Another breath. Lower the foot to the floor. Reset the feet, take some pedaling through one leg at a time. Gently bending one knee, but continuing to press into your hands. Breathe. Come back to a stationary position with your legs. Take one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Drop your knees nice and wide. Find a child's pose. Rotate through the wrists. Come back to your breath. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Just coming back to that smooth breath. It's quite easy to hold your breath when you're in downward facing dog, particularly when we're lifting the legs. So just be mindful of that and try and make sure you're not holding your breath. You're not clenching your jaw. Come back to tabletop. Spread the fingers. Draw the knees in slightly and tuck your toes. Press the mat away and draw up through the belly button. Take a breath in and a breath out. Find your downward facing dog. You're going to lift through your right leg. You're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, and then open out through the right hip. You're going to take your right foot towards your left glute muscle, maybe gazing a little bit underneath that right armpit, looking up towards the ceiling, but focusing on pressing into that standing leg and drawing up through the belly whilst opening into that hip. And breathe. Remember that all of these things we're doing in downward facing dog, you can also do on all fours. Another breath. And then square up through your hips. Send that leg away, then drop it to the floor. Swap sides, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Open out through the left hip. Gaze underneath your left armpit and breathe. Press into the hands. Really press into that standing leg. Reset through the hips. Press that leg away from you and drop it to the floor. Well done. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Come back to find child's pose. Take any movement into the wrists, you might need to here. Come back to your breath. Settle it into that nice smooth inhale and smooth exhale. And whenever we're doing a downward facing dog, you're welcome to replace it with a child's pose or an all fours, because all the leg lifts that we're doing can be done just as easily and effectively from all fours. So please do whatever suits your body today. So let's inhale, come back up. We're going to find our downward facing dog and we're going to step through with the right leg. So let's inhale, lift. Bend the knees, finding space into the back body, draw the chest towards the thighs. You're going to lift your right leg. You can be on all fours for this, and you're going to step it through to the top of the mat. You're going to find some space, press into that front foot. We're going to come to find a twist. So what I want you to do is bring your left hand to the floor, really press into the floor. You might prefer a block, and you're going to lift your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling, pressing that back heel away, reaching up with the top hand. Breathe. Deep breaths in, and deep breaths out, almost as if you're drawing yourself round with that top hand. Press that front foot into the floor, exhale, hand comes down, frame the front foot. You're going to draw that leg all the way back, finding your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, step it through to the top of the mat. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, press into that hand, reach. Keep that front foot grounded, draw up through the belly and twist from your belly button. Reaching up. Exhale, hand comes down. You're going to step back to find your downward facing dog. Feel free to take a child's pose here if you wish. Nice deep breaths in and nice deep breaths out. Lift your left leg and press it away, bend the knee, flex the foot, open out the hip, draw the foot towards the opposite glute muscle and gaze underneath that left armpit. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Realign your hips, press the foot away from you, drop it to the floor. Swap sides, right leg lifts. Press into that standing leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, open out through the right hip, gaze underneath and breathe. Pressing into that standing leg and both hands. Let's realign the hips, press the leg away and drop the leg to the floor. Find your downward dog and drop your knees. Come back to find a child's pose. Taking those movements into the wrists if you wish here. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then draw yourself up, find all fours, tuck your toes. Draw yourself up to downward facing dog. And then step your feet to the top of the mat. Coming to find a lovely forward fold, bend the knees. Draw your head towards your knees. Take hold of opposite elbows and take a nice sway from side to side. Allow your hands to drop to the floor, press into your feet, take a deep breath in, roll yourself all the way up, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling and exhale, bring the hands down to the heart space. Leave the hands here just for a breath or two, drop the shoulders, really connect with both feet here and feel the ground, your mat beneath you. Squeezing into the thighs, drawing the belly button in, drawing the shoulder blades together and standing up really tall, lengthening your spine. And then slowly release the hands. Take a roll through the shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers, press them towards the ceiling and reach up, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, take a lean to one side, doesn't matter which one. Take a lean or reach the palms away. Inhale to center. Exhale, take them the other way. One more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean. Inhale to center. And exhale, lean. Inhale, come back to center. Lift and lengthen your spine. And exhale, release the hands. We're going to step back with our right foot and you're going to come to find a warrior one. So making sure you've got a nice wide stance. So you're not on a tightrope, you're on train tracks with your feet. Hips are tracking forwards as much as possible. Imagine you've got headlights on the front of the hips and they're pointing in front of you. Draw the arms up towards the ceiling and breathe. Drop the shoulders down, take nice deep breaths. Imagine you're trying to draw that left hip back and the right hip forwards just a touch. Squeeze into the legs. Press into the feet. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Going to take another deep breath in, lengthen. And then you're going to open out to find warrior two. Reach the fingertips away from you, press into both feet and breathe. Keep the shoulders down, but reach away from you in both directions with the fingertips. Imagine you being pulled in both directions and press into both feet. You need to feel a really nice stretch in your inner thighs. If you're not feeling that, you might want to take your feet a little bit wider. And breathe into the space. Take a breath in. And exhale, side angle. Draw the arm to the thigh. Reach up and across with the opposite hand. Reach, keeping your chest open. So you don't want to be leaning down towards the floor. Keep it open. Reach up and over. Imagine a straight line from those fingers all the way down to the back foot. If it's not comfortable with the arm up, draw it around the back of the body. Open out a bit more through the chest. Press into this arm and create space. So we're not dumping into that left elbow. Breathe and feel this into that left hip. Inhale, come back to find warrior two. You're going to cartwheel the back arm over, coming to find a high lunge, we hope. And reset here. Breathe into this space. Exhale, hands come down. Walk the left foot to the outside of the mat. Draw the hands on the inside and press that back heel away. Just coming to find a little hip opener here through the left side of the body. So take some side to side movement. Nice and gentle. You can drop the back knee if you wish. You can use blocks or hooks underneath your hands if that feels better. Just open out a little bit into that left hip. Draw up through the belly. From here you're going to walk that left foot back in, press into your hands, and you're going to come back to find that high lunge. Coming up, drop the shoulders. Then going to step forwards to the top of your mat. So you're simply going to draw that right foot forwards, coming to find that Tadasana, roll the shoulders, shake out through the legs. Well done. I'm going to step to the other side of my mat, so I'm facing the right way. Stand up tall, find your Tadasana once more, reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Squeeze the thighs, draw in through the belly, shoulder blades together. Start to step back with your left foot and find warrior one. Again, hips tracking forwards, reaching up with the fingertips. Drop the shoulders down, press into both feet, almost as if that right hip's coming back and the left hip's coming forwards a touch. Reaching up, nice and strong. Check you feel stable and balanced. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. We're going to come to find warrior two. So breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, open out. Find warrior two. Reset through the feet. Check that sensation through the inner thighs. Reach out in both directions with the fingertips and press into both feet. Really feel that stretch and reach. Squeeze your legs. Drop the shoulders. Gaze over the front fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, side angle, right arm to right thigh. Left arm this time reaches all the way over the top. Keep pressing into that front foot and find that space, keeping the chest open. Press into that right arm, create space. Maybe bring the arm around the back of you and open out into the chest. Breathing here. Really going to feel that into your right hip, your right thigh. Inhale. Come back to find that lovely warrior two. Then we're going to cartwheel the back arm over. Coming to find that low lunge. You're going to walk that right foot to the outside of your mat. Draw your hands on the inside. Press that back heel away and come to find that movement, if that feels okay, into that right hip. Back knee can be on the floor. Doesn't need to be lifted at all. So if that feels better, drop it to the floor. Just open out a little bit into the right side of the body. Just hold it here for a breath. Draw the chest through. And then walk that right foot in. Maybe adjust the back foot. You're going to come back to find that high lunge. Reaching up. Breathe here, drop the shoulders. I'm going to step forwards. Find your Tadasana, roll the shoulders. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Pressing into your feet, squeezing the thighs and the glutes, drawing in through the belly button. Crown of the head's coming up towards the ceiling. Deep breaths in. And deep breaths out. Just reconnecting with your breath. Coming to find that smoothness of breath that hopefully you had at the beginning of our practice. And drawing your hands onto your thighs, bending into the knees just a touch. We're going to take a deep breath in, open out through the chest, draw the shoulders back and down, and arch the spine. Exhale, you're going to round the spine, drawing the shoulders forwards. Inhale. So a standing cat and cow, working into the back of the body again. Draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, round one more of each. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Slowly come back to an upright position. Draw the arms all the way up towards the ceiling and exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees, take hold of opposite elbows. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Allow the head to hang heavy. Just take another couple of breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Place the hands on the mat and slowly come to find all fours. Step back with one foot and then the other. Finding all fours. Take a moment to settle yourself. Making sure that your tailbone is pointing towards the wall behind you. The crown of the head is coming forwards. Draw up through the belly. Next time you inhale, draw the belly down, open the chest and the heart space goes up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open the chest, gaze up. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale, open the chest, gaze up. And exhale, round, draw up through the belly button. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Draw up through the belly button. And slowly come to sit on your heels. Finding a comfortable position. If this isn't comfortable, feel free to come to a different seated position, or you can always pop a blanket or something between your hips and your heels. Place your hands on your thighs. Close the eyes just for a moment. Making sure the spine's nice and long. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, take a deep breath in, open the chest, arch the spine, goes up, and exhale round the spine, draw the belly in. Inhale, open the chest and the heart space, exhale round, one more. Inhale, open the chest and the heart space, and exhale round. Inhale, come back to an upright position, and exhale. Slowly make your way onto one side, and we're going to draw the legs out in front of us and come to lie on our mat. So roll yourself down towards the floor. Hug both knees in towards your chest and give them a really good squeeze. Maybe take some rocks from side to side. And then we're going to release the left foot to the floor. Hug the right knee in. Take the right hand to the right knee. Left hand's going to come to the floor. I just want you to open out a little bit into that right hip. Just take some gentle hip circles. Don't need to be large. They can be as small or as large as you want them to be. Nice and slow and smooth. Next time we draw the knee in, we're going to change direction. You're going to take it the other way. Almost like you're stirring a pot, just mobilising, working into that right hip last time. And then take both hands around the shin and give that leg a really good squeeze in towards the body. Maybe take some rotations into the ankle and the foot. Take those rotations in the other direction. And then release, swap sides. Left leg draws in, give it a really good squeeze. Left hand to left knee, right hand to the floor. Start to make those circular movements into your left hip this time. Now one side might feel slightly less flexible, less mobile than the other. That's perfectly normal. So just adjust your rotations depending on what you're feeling through your body. And change direction, take it the other way. Last time. Let's hug the knee in towards the chest, give it a really good squeeze. And then draw the soles of the feet together. Take hold of your ankles or your shins and draw the feet in towards the body whilst opening it out through the hips. So just encourage the soles just to gently press together. Draw the feet towards the bottom whilst encouraging the knees out to the side. You'll feel that in the inner thighs, the outer hips. Draw the tailbone down towards the floor and draw your belly button down towards your spine. Keep your shoulders drawn away from the ears. And if you can, just tuck your chin in gently so your neck's nice and extended. Just take another breath in and a breath out. And let's slowly release. Draw the knees back in. And then take the feet nice and wide. Draw the arms out to the side of you. And just slowly start to drop the knees from one side to the other. No rush, take it nice and slowly. We're just simply working a little bit into the hips and the lower back. Just dropping the knees from one side and then to the other. Doesn't matter how far the knees come down, don't worry about that. Just take them as far as is comfortable for you. Take it one more time each side. And draw the knees back to centre. And we're going to extend the legs out along the mats. Maybe bring the arms overhead. We might prefer to keep them down by your sides, or even just bend the elbows and draw the arms out almost like cactus arms. So whatever works for you. Just draw yourself down to your Shavasana. Tuck the chin gently in towards the chest and just allow your body to feel supported by the mats. Perhaps allow the palms to face up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Keep that chin tucked in. Close the eyes.
And each time you inhale, I want you to imagine that breath drawing energy all the way from the soles of the feet, up through the legs, into the thighs, the pelvis, the belly, into your ribs, chest, your arms, your neck, shoulders, head, right up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, exhaling from the crown of the head all the way down the body, through the back body, the arms, the pelvis, through your hamstrings, your calf muscles, down to the soles of the feet. So inhaling from the soles of the feet all the way up through the front body to the crown of the heads. And exhaling from the crown of the head all the way down the back of the body to the soles of the feet. Drawing that energy up from the earth as you inhale, and releasing tension back down towards the earth as you exhale. Inhaling energy, exhaling tension.